And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Makes sense to me. I won't argue. I won't argue.
The key
with him.
things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
But if they're staying in the shadows and they're still not getting punished, then it's okay in the gods' will or way.
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past.
But Owl's done it,
And
right?
when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? 2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see?
You're not gonna like
What
it.
had become of us, of this city? I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000
I'm not gonna lie
times.
to him. He's gonna know
It still
eventually.
breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal.
So that's why they'll stuff
In
by the.
this case, the
thing.
sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future? I assume that was me. If I'm forced to
Sorry.
perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'm doing my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Do you have any
Do
suspects?
you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Do you want me to start going with a blind eye? Okay, fine. I'll see it from blind. Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal.
But you're the
As
magistrate.
for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election.
I don't think you.
The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that
23
problem, though,
votes.
unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here.
But that'll be a different me.
Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Okay.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave.
What kind of power is that?
Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I definitely think it's that bitch downstairs. I think it's you.
Whatever are you wearing?
Yeah, it's very funny.
Are they?
So are they? Bitch. Oh, two. Yo, check this out. Check this out. What do you think of it? What do you think?
Such an extraordinary lamp. The future must be full of marvels.
It's pretty cool, right? Yeah.
That may be an impressive trinket, but you're still a barbarian.
Check out my torch. Oh, you've actually made this one become a statue. So, does this mean every...
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
Don't mind me, I'm just new here. It's like, does that mean every few hundred years this city resets? Like, obviously a past civilization lived here. One of them sinned, one of them turned into gold. Then someone found this city in the caves, i.e. through here. And they're trying to restart it. But it's just bound to fail each time, right? You're just gonna turn into gold, right? That's just... Also, what's the point of having a door here? There's a side right here, I can just enter that way. Guess it's polite to knock, but... See, I feel like this has been... Someone's lived here before.
That's some lamp.
Who are you?
Hey Horatius, how's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm a stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Sentilla's disappearance?
Yeah, 3 people went missing.
Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
Ooh, okay, I just got some juicy info. I gotta ask the Crying Lady if she's alright.
That lamp. Not bad. Not bad at all.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? Hello?
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
Is she?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing.
But you didn't have any more?
And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly."
Okay.
Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the Golden Rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing.
I know,
And now I'll
sweetheart.
never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again.
I've got no
I don't
money
care
on me.
how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututor and scratching his eyes out.
I'll go right to it.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
You really have something like this in your workshop? Like, that's gonna scare
May
people.
Apollo keep you safe.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not...
Things to buy once to escape. Villa on the
You know...
Avatine Grove, 2-horse chariot, seat on Senate, 4-horse chariot, villa on the Bay of Naples, 10-horse chariot, 12 slave girls,
That's
pale
why I gotta
and
get in
plump.
first before someone else beats me to it.
One sec, I want to check there's nothing behind it. Okay, it's just bled through. So someone wants to escape and someone wants to kill you, so... Hello.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
They said
Terrible
these
shame
nuts.
what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
What's your story, mate?
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Well, good thing I don't care.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You piece of shit.
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin. I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
5 you
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. Hear what?
never mind.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
Who fuck's she?
She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again.
No, I'm
But
the
I
main
digress.
character.
Do you want this Silphium or not? Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want? We agree on something. Now, do you want to make a purchase? Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
We
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
why you want to escape? I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, friend.
No, you're not my friend.
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Certainly. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her.
I'm just
Some people
scared.
here are a little shady for my liking.
You're the fucking shadiest one here. Alright,
Very well. Another time.
go fuck yourself. Right, I'm going to leave this first part here. I hope you liked it. Actually kind of interesting. I kind of like it. Very spooky though in a way. Like, one wrong move and everyone dies for it. So, you can get in trouble. And it wasn't even you done it. So, this basically the gods here want everyone to be perfect. But, you can't do that. It's not possible. I just don't think that's possible at the end of the day, you know? They want people to be perfection. Not a single sin and you get to live forever, but if you live forever and you haven't done anything bad, it's gonna creep up on you eventually. You're gonna get bored of doing the goody two-shoes life, right? Anyway, leave this first part here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.